whistleblower is expected to tell Congress Wednesday that the Pentagon is hiding what it knows about non-human intelligence. A House subcommittee will be holding a hearing then regarding unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs, formerly known as UFOs. It's generating bipartisan interest.
I want transparency. Just release all the files that they have on it. Quit with this redacted stuff, and let's get it out there.
These pilots, they see it as urgent for a national security reason to have domain awareness, to know what's in the skies, where you're operating, and they also need it to be taken seriously for safety reasons.
We turn now to CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane. Scott, tell us more about this whistleblower who is going to testify. What are his credentials, and what does he allegedly know?
There are going to be 3 witnesses tomorrow here inside the House Oversight and Accountability hearing room, which is one of the biggest ones on Capitol Hill. And that should give you a sense of the magnitude of the coverage Congress expects for this hearing tomorrow. One of the witnesses, who characterizes himself as a whistleblower, he'll be right here at the witness table. He's a former Air Force intelligence official, and what he says is uniquely provocative, John. One of the reasons why there's going to be so much coverage of this. He argues that he was on a task force looking into the matter of UAPs, and that he was not given information he sought about some type of retrieval program to go out and get so-called UFOs. He's also talking about information he was seeking about reverse engineering of potential UAPs. This is what he's going to say, that there is information out there that the Pentagon is not giving Americans access to. And that's really the theme here, John. They're going to allege in some way, shape, or form that there's not enough transparency in how the government handles UAPs.
And, Scott, you know the Hill so well, and you've covered so many of these hearings, the serious ones and the ones that are sort of show hearings. So with that preamble, how seriously are lawmakers taking this hearing, and what questions, serious questions, do they want answered?
This is a bipartisan thing, which is in itself an alien life form around here, when both parties agree on something being important. The constituencies of members of Congress do want to talk about this. They don't mind their elected officials spending time and congressional bandwidth on this topic. Members of Congress recognize that. But there's a broader issue here that Congress likes to dip its toe into, the pool of transparency. How forthcoming are federal agencies? Congress never thinks federal agencies are as forthcoming as they should be on an issue as mysterious and as intriguing as UFOs. They're going to argue the Pentagon and intelligence officials could share more of what they have. All that being said, John, we have spoken to people who are astronomers, who have researched this field, and they've rhetorically asked in response, why do you think the Pentagon would cover this up? What do you think would be their motive for covering this up? And until there's a real good, agreeable answer to that question, a lot of this will fall on deaf ears. Not all of it, but a lot of it.
Can't wait till tomorrow. Scott MacFarlane on Capitol Hill. Thank you, Scott.